Hey everyone, it's Eileen with Creative Eye Designs. How's everyone doing tonight? We're live with the Cakery Creators Circle, and we do this every Thursday night. Next week we will be taking a break. We're taking a break next week, and we will be back the following Thursday. So I'm just waiting for Miss Betsy to hop on. She is going to share me over into the Heavenly Fake Bake Decor group, which is where you guys can watch all the lives in one place. So how's everyone doing? So guys, we're going to make donuts tonight. It's time to make the donuts. You guys have been seeing my posts. If you're following me, I've been making these little mini donuts. Mini, guys. Like, I don't know, maybe the size of a quarter, I'm going to guess. But, let's see. There's my inches. Yeah, they're about an inch big. They're about an inch. So, hi, Billy. How are you tonight? Thanks for hopping on. So, I did prep some, but I'm going to go through the process. I have some chocolate donuts painted. And this took, like, I'm going to say, at least 3 coats, guys. At least 3. So, I had to have some ready to go. And then we have some mini regular like looking donuts, right? So let's see how it goes, guys. So up after me will be Betsy with Heavens to Betsy Cakery. Hi, Jennifer. Thanks for hopping on. And finishing it off tonight will be Mary with Hog Wild Designs. So I hope you're all doing well. I have coffee here, guys, but I always heat it up in the microwave to keep it really super hot. Hi, Betsy. Thank you. And it's so hot, I don't even think I can drink it. But I got to try and have a sip, guys, because I know it gets cold while I'm down here. So I'm making mini donuts. But, guys, you can make any size donuts you want. Hi, Sharon. Thank you. Thanks for hopping on. So, guys, I'm going to do 2 different clays tonight. And I'm going to share what I've learned about the different clays. So I have some prepped and ready to go. I made a couple of little minis that I decorated. I'm going to go through that with you guys. So first I have the Model Magic. I like this clay for certain things, like as opposed to the foam clay, where I make my gingies with the foam clay and my little chocolate chip cookies and all the things. But when I wanted to really hold its shape, I really like the Model Magic. But, guys, I'm going to share with you also. Hi, Margarita. Thanks for hopping on. I also played around with some Model Light, guys. I always hear everybody talking about this clay also. The Model Light, I got it in Walmart. But it's been, from what I hear, it's been getting harder and harder to find. I got this a while ago, and I really never did anything with it. So I figured, well, let me try and play around with it and see. And I really like it. I really like it for this project. The Model Light, I made these over the weekend. I don't really remember exactly. But Model Magic takes a really long time. Doris, how are you? Takes a long time to dry, guys, to like where it's really cured, where you're not able to like manipulate it, right? The Model Light I made the same day. And guys, this isn't budging. It's like firm. It's dry. I mean, I love it. So, but I'm going to show you. I just took a little bit of clay. I roll it into a ball. Robin, Frosted Fakes, right? Hi, Barb. Let me move this out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. That would probably be helpful. And let me just bring myself up on the computer. It's easier for me to keep track of, or try to keep track of comments on my laptop as opposed to my phone. And I squint a lot, guys, because I really can't see. All right, so I just take a little ball. And I'm just gonna lightly, press it down with like this part of my hand or the palm, like here, right? And I want to just press that down a little bit. I'm seeing some stuff on my mat that I don't want here. I'm just gonna take my, Betsy, this is for you, a lint roller. It really helps to get up all those little fine stuff. I work with fabric a lot, and although I use a different surface when I'm working with my fabric, it always seems to find its way on here. So, excuse me. So I have a little bit of clay. I'm just going to like, I'm pressing it down a little bit, and I want to use my tool here with the ball in it rather than poking like my finger is too big. Thanks, Doris, for sprinkling. My finger's too big to make a little hole. So I started to use this little ball here. And I'm just going to press that in the middle, or as close to the middle as I think. Yes, you need that for your glitter mat. I think it helps a lot. It picks up a lot. And I'm poking it through the back end, guys. And I'm going to remove some of the excess clay. It's not a lot, and then I'm just going to bring it back. And then I do the same thing on the back end, just to flatten out. Like I want to smooth out that clay on the bottom. I shouldn't really say the back end, it's really the bottom. So hopefully you can see that. Okay. And when I do that, it does sort of help to give that donut its shape. But you can certainly, you know, roll it around a little bit, straighten it out. I think donuts don't need to be perfectly round, but that's what we got going on, guys. Now, with the model light, I'm just going to make one because why not? We're making different clays. So let me put that in its right bag so I don't mix them up. Hi, Nancy. Thanks for hopping on. All right. And the model light, guys, it's totally different texture. But it's kind of like Model Magic, but the way it dries, it dries quicker. And like I said, it holds its shape and it's firm. Like I can't press into this and change the shape of it. Where with my Model Magic, I still can. This is going to need a lot more time to really cure. But we don't have time tonight, guys. We don't have time. So I'm just warming up my clay a little bit. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to make a ball. I'm going to press it down a little. And make another little mini donut. I move a little bit at a time, and it still seems like it's too big. Hi, Kim. Thanks for hopping on. And, like, I don't see wrinkles in this clay or anything, the Model Light. I really like it. I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to find more of it. Because for certain things, I just think it's great for our fake bakes. And I know a lot of you that have been doing this a lot longer than me, I'm sure, have tried this clay. And so let me know what you think about it, because I am loving it. I really, really love it. All right. It seems I got some fingernail prints in there, so I'm just smoothing that out. I didn't think I had nails, guys. I really don't have nails. But I love, you know, I never think to use my tools, but I'm starting to. Your Walmart never has it. I happen to find one. I got this a long time ago. It might even be from last year, or I'm not really 100% sure when I got it. But when I saw it, I said, let me get it. And I never used it. So I figured I would try it. And you can see the difference in the coloring. It's just a little, this is much brighter white. But that's okay because we're not keeping it white anyway, guys. All right, so let me put that away because we got lots to do here, guys. Lots to do. How big are my minis? My minis are about an inch, Miss Barb. Around the size of a quarter, but I measured it here on my mat. They were like an inch. You just started using it and you love it. You got yours from Walmart app, but there's a delivery fee that almost doubles the price. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I don't even remember what I paid for this, but when I get into Walmart, again, I am going to be hunting the aisles to see if I can find it. And I want to say it's in with, like, kids. It's not in the craft area, guys. It's where they have, I want to say, like, the Crayola. It's in the same aisle where you might find your Model Magic. That's where you would find this, and it's usually sitting on the bottom shelf. It's $4.88 now. Hi, Christy. Thanks for hopping on. $4.88. I don't remember what I paid for it. I'm sure I have my receipt, though. That's for sure. All right, so I started another couple of them. I'll share with you what I used for my base colors to make the natural looking donut. I used, let me say, I even wrote it down because I have to start writing stuff down because I'm never going to remember. So I used French vanilla, folk art, French vanilla, and I used the Apple Barrel Classic Caramel. All right, I do have some mixed here, but I used, I got stuff everywhere, guys. I used like 2 parts of the French vanilla to 1 part of the Classic Caramel. But you can certainly, you know, adjust your coloring. This is what I found worked for me. I didn't think, I wasn't really quite sure what I was going to use. And I didn't feel like looking for a video because I know that I've seen plenty on YouTube. But I just kind of played around and made my own thing. So, and I just put it on a piece of parchment paper, and I just mix it up with my brush, guys. That's all I do. And like I said, I like the base color. I made some new ones, and now I got to figure out which ones are my dry ones. This still feels like it needs to dry more. All right. Although that's the same batch. That's the same batch. Hey, Heather. Velvet and Vine Design. So, guys, I'm very messy when I do this. I just slap the paint on. All right. I just slap it on. I get paint all over my fingers, and I really don't care. And I cover the bottom, too. Because it's going to need, for these, I do at least 2 coats. 2 coats for my natural ones. And I have some wet wipes next to me. Your Walmart doesn't carry it. Wow. You know, I don't know why they all can't just carry the same stuff, right? I mean, is it even available on Amazon? Like, I never have looked, so I don't even know. But, and I don't even know who makes it. Model Light. Oh, it's Crazy Art. C-R-A-Z Art. All right, and I'm just going to let those dry. And these, we will not get back to this batch tonight because it's going to be too wet, which is why I went ahead and prepped some others ahead of time. So, okay. Now I have, let me see, did I write that down? Of course not. Now I have my, I have 2 donuts prepped, okay, and I want to give it that fry line, right? So, you couldn't find it on Amazon, so you have looked. You know what? We'll give that another minute. We'll give that another minute. And I'm going to paint my chocolate donuts. The chocolate does take a lot more coats, guys. I found I needed a minimum of 3 coats. So, like, this one has 2. And this one has 1, you know. It just takes time. And I'm just using the apple barrel burnt umber for my chocolate donuts. Same thing. I'm a messy painter. And guys, I don't really care. I don't know how you feel, but it doesn't bother me. You know, it's like when I was a kid and we used to make the mud pies in the yard and just gather all the stuff, like berries and like nuts and seeds and like whatever I could find in my yard. It was going in a pot and I was making mud pies. So I love getting my hands dirty, you know, when I'm crafting. Or I always say, I don't craft, I create. So when I'm creating. And like earlier, I put this on like a dowel and let them dry over something. I'm a true creative, right, Betsy? Gotta get in there. Gotta get dirty. It's part of the fun, guys. Let me know if you like to get dirty when you're creating. Or, you know, I don't know. I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. And when I sit it down, I'll go over the top again. But you know, you have to really let your paint dry, because what happens is if you start, you know, painting over the wet paint, it starts to lift and remove your last coat. So you don't want that. So you really have to give it time to dry. All right, so actually, yeah, I think that's going to be it for that. Let's get that in the water. All right, guys, time for a sip of coffee. Don't mind me. You know I got to have my coffee. If you've been following me for a while now, you know I got to have my coffee. All right, so now for my fry line, what I did, and I did bring one over. Where the heck is it? Oh, here it is. It's always right in front of us. All right, and then I just used the, I want to say I just used the classic caramel. Of course, I didn't write it down. That part I didn't write down. But, yep, that matches my dried up paint. So I used the classic caramel. Guys, I'm taking a makeup sponge, you know, one of those triangle sponges. And I'm really just dipping like a corner of it. Just a corner. And I'm patting, you know, I'm dabbing off like most of that paint. Okay. These are my dry ones. I did 2 coats already on a couple of donuts tonight before coming live. All right, I need a little more paint. Just a little more. And I'm going over the whole top. I'm going to go over the whole top with my sponge, okay? And the bottom. You know, you could use a paintbrush, you could paint it on, you could, you know, however you want to do it. I like using my makeup sponge. And so now, even though I did these days ago, they're still not 100% dry, and this clay is, like, I am able to manipulate it and reshape it, and I don't want to, so I'm trying to be very careful. And then, guys, I go around, I find my center, and I go just below it, and I'm going to go all the way around on the top and the bottom to create that, that natural ring around the middle of your donuts. Like I've fried donuts before, guys. No, I haven't. I just buy them. I just buy them. I don't fry them. I don't make them. And again, I'm just grabbing a little bit of paint and I'm you know, patting it down to remove most of my paint. You know, like when you're dry brushing. And I don't want it to be perfect, you know, like a perfect straight line. You paint with makeup brushes, so you get me. Yeah, they're the best thing. You know, when I used to make signs and stenciling, this is what I used for stenciling. And I would get clean, clear, crisp lines in my stencils, always. No bleeding. It's just a matter of not using a lot of paint and pouncing. That's the word I'm looking for. Pouncing most of it off. You fake bake better than real bake. Me too. I don't bake, Robin, at all. I don't bake. I mean, like I've said in the past, I have made, you know, a cake or two for the kids. Birthdays, you know, when they were little. Now, you know, we just buy them. It's so much easier. But I used to get creative with them and, you know, and bake cakes or, you know, stuff. But it's just not my thing, guys. You know what it is? I don't like to measure. I don't like to measure. And not for nothing, this would be a great base for a bagel too. Doesn't it look like a bagel? Looks like a bagel. So hopefully you can see that. I got my line. All right, we're going to let that dry. I've got one more to do. I'll do this one quick now that I showed you guys. And again, my hands are holding it all over the place. I don't mind. And I just go over it. If I remove any paint, I just go over it. And the top, it's not really going to matter for me because I'm going to be decorating the tops of these guys, you know. So I was trying to, you know, at first I was thinking, let me make some Halloween donuts, like decorate them all Halloween or, you know, or fall or Christmas or whatever. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to do something, you know, a little different that can fall in line with, like the holiday or the seasons. At least I think so. You guys can tell me what you think. And, you know, these lights are killing my eyes, guys. I feel like I'm going to be blind by, you know, the next year coming up. Fluorescent lights down here, they really do kill my eyes. I'm getting blinded by the minute. Okay. And I probably did 2 coats of this as well on my original, the original ones I made. You always kind of want to do at least 2 coats because if there's anything you miss or, you know, just to get a more, I guess, unified, not really unified, but just a more, more coverage. Okay. Hopefully you can see that because I can't. My eyes are completely blurry. Completely. But, yeah, even my son said, Ma, they look like bagels. I'm like, yeah, I guess they could be bagels. They could be bagels. All right, that's it. Let's get that out of the way. Let's get a wipe. Let me see, do I have... I still have some chocolate paint here. Let me just give it another coat on top. Okay. Hi, Dewey. Thanks for hopping on. We're making donuts. It's time to make the donuts. All right, guys. So I was thinking, one of them that I did, I thought I really liked how it came out. I was thinking like cinnamon crunch topping, you know, and, you know, we will have all these supplies that just sit around year after year and we never use them. And not that I'll be using a lot of them on these minis, but I really like how this came out. So this is one of the natural donuts. And so we're going to do that. And then I made what I'm thinking. Guys, do you have Carvel by you? Do you know Carvel ice cream? And they make the ice cream cakes, and they have the chocolate crunchies all on the outside. The chocolate crunchies is like the best part. So I wanted some chocolate crunchies. And so I did that for my chocolate donut. And guys, I'm using the same product. But let's make some, let me show you how I made it. The frosting, I guess we'll call it. Thanks, Joey. The frosting. So, you know, I have had all kinds of drippings and stuff like that from my cakes. And I think this one goes back to my honey bear cake. So I still have product that's sitting around, and I'm like, I got to use up some of this product. But I do want to make a different, and this one is from the cinnamon roll cake. But let's see. What can we make? What color? What color? I think we're going to make more cinnamon roll cake because I think it's, you know, it's, I wanted to be able to show you guys from start to finish on my glaze what I do. Hi, Maritza. Thanks for hopping on because I never really show that. I always have it, and I do have a lot of different colors and stuff. Drippings prepped already. I have like a pumpkin orange. I made chocolate. I have pink. I have like the fluorescent green from the Halloween cake that I did. And so let's see. I'm just going to, like I said, I think I'm just going to make a color. And it's going to be, what should it be, guys? Let me know. I was thinking just making more of the cinnamon roll one. I was like, I'm looking around for my cork gun, guys. I hung it up. It's right here. Always right in front of us. So I'm using DAP corking in the white. Okay. And I'm not measuring anything. I'm just going for a certain consistency. Like that's how I base it. Do I want it thin and drippy? Do I want it thick? Like that's just how it is. So I'm just going to squirt a little in here. Okay. And not a lot. Because I'm making minis, guys. I mean, if you want to make big donuts, you can make them in a bigger container. But I'm just putting a little caulking in there, okay? Hi, Mary. Thanks for hopping on. I'm just going to cover that up. Hang that back up so it's out of my way. You can use any Mod Podge you want. I only have the matte here with me, so I'm using that. I could see really using like a gloss one for this project, but it doesn't matter, guys. Whatever look you want, you know. And again, I'm going to add more Mod Podge than caulking. Okay? And I'm not measuring. I'm just pouring. And let's see, for my s'mores dripping, I wonder if I should do a different color just to have something different. Because I already have that. So you know what? Let's go for some French vanilla. Oh, I wonder how honey brown might look. That could be pretty. All right, anybody have any suggestions? What color? Because I'm thinking fall, guys. I'm thinking like fall. And it really doesn't matter because the way I'm decorating some of them, you don't really see it anyway. You know what? Let's just go for a different color just because I have some of these other colors already made. So I want to do something different. All right, so I'm going to use the Deco Art in the honey brown. Yay! Robin says honey brown. Dewey says like caramel. That's what I'm thinking, right? Like a caramel color. Yeah, let's see what happens. And I'm just going to put some paint in there, guys. I didn't put a lot. We're going to adjust as we need to. And I love to use my little coffee stir sticks. Because again, I have a lot of minis, so sometimes it's just, yeah, I like that color. I like it. So I'm going to just mix that up. And you want to mix it up really good so that you get all those lumps and stuff out of your, from the caulking. Hi, Renee. Thanks for hopping on. You want to get all of that out from the caulking. So you really want to mix it up good. I found these little containers at Dollar Tree. I'm hoping that they're going to really be airtight to save this stuff. I don't know if it will or not until tomorrow. You know? Now, it looks very milky because of the Mod Podge and the caulking. So I'm just going to add a little more just for good measure. And, you know, whatever we get, we get. I just want to darken it up a little bit. All right, so you see now, it's drippy, but that's about the consistency I want. Oh, thanks, Renee. They look yummy, right? So, and you know what? You could make it a little thicker. Now, there's so many different ways, guys, you could do this. You could just make it thicker, add more caulking, and then it would be more like a frosting, you know? I didn't want to have, like, frosting. You would just take it. It would be thicker, and you would just spread it over. Or, I don't know, maybe you could try dipping it. But I feel like it wouldn't come out looking smooth, you know? But I haven't really given it a go. So what do I know? All right, so I'm going to do, should I do chocolate donut or our regular donut? I'm mixing up what's dry and what's not. Those are wet. Okay. I got all kinds. So this is the one I made earlier. So maybe we'll do another one like that. I did use an orange in there, but you know what? You didn't even see it because I put a cinnamon sugar on top. Yeah, I say cinnamon sugar like we're working with real stuff, guys, but it's not. It's not. What I did find is you get a lot of bubbles. So you want to make sure you try and get those bubbles out. But I think that this pretty much self-levels as well. So I'm just going to take my donut, guys, and I'm just going to dip it in, okay? I'm just dipping it in very carefully. And you could say it's dripping off, and that's okay. And there we have it. Now, I'm going to take a toothpick and just poke the center so that it goes through. Okay? Move that out of the way. Let me get another toothpick. That one got a lot of extra on there. I want to see if I can get some of that off. Very carefully. And you could, you could smooth it on there, like I said. You could smooth it on with like a stir stick or something. Dewey says make one of each. All right, so I took, maybe we'll do this one a little different. Maybe we'll do this one with some chocolate crunchies like I made. And what did I do with my other stuff? There it is. All right. Here it is. I got it, guys. I'm looking for something, and I know it's in front of me, guys. I know that it is, and I don't see it. Bear with me. Is it in front of me? No. Guys, what did I do with my cinnamon sugar? I just made it. Oh, my word. That's not it. Please hold. Where's my cinnamon sugar? Guys, I just made it. Oh, it's got to be here. Is it back here? No. I don't know what here it is. I found it. All right, I just took some sand, guys, and cinnamon. And actually, let me wait to do that, okay? I have, guys, the corn cob bedding, okay? I just took some corn cob bedding. I threw it in one of my little cups, and I put some of my burnt umber in there. You know that you could paint this corn cob bedding any color you want. You just squirt some paint in there, and I stirred mine up, and then I gave it a good shake. And the paint really, the corn cob bedding really soaks up that paint. So it dries pretty quickly. And guys, I'm just going to put some crunchies on here. Now, I don't know how well it's going to hold on here. Like, I may have to come back in with some kind of glue or something to really get it to stay on here. And I'm going to use a toothpick to just press it down. We'll give it a light tap. I kind of want to look for my smaller pieces for this. And of course, it's sticking to my fingers. So I decided rather than going with the Halloween whimsical look, I wanted to do something that maybe looks more like realistic, except that it's miniature. I'm trying to hold it, but I know that dripping is still wet, so I'm trying not to pick it up from there. So, but you guys, you can, hi Lorraine, thank you. You guys, you can just get really creative with this and, think outside the box what you want to put on your donuts. I went on Pinterest and I just start looking up donuts and try to look at different ideas and toppings, and I didn't want to just do the basic, put your sprinkles on and call it a day. I wanted something a little different. Not that you can't do it that way. You certainly can. So I'm thinking maybe I'll just cover 1/2 of my donut, like I did the other one. I kind of like that. I kind of like that look. And I'm going to take a little cinnamon sugar, which is just some brown sand or a light brown sand. And I put cinnamon in there. And I'm just going to sprinkle it over my donut so that it looks like a cinnamon sugar donut, guys. And you want to put your big stuff on first before you add your glitter or in this case your cinnamon sugar, because you know, you want the big chunky pieces on there first before you go in with your fine stuff. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pick that up. Okay. I want to be able to show you, but I will take pictures afterwards. It's so hard to see. And I'm going to give that a minute, and then I may come in and do maybe like a chocolate drizzle, or I could use that that white drizzle like I did on the other one, or I could just leave it like that. But you know I love my dripping, guys. I love playing with this dripping. I really do. Or maybe even a caramel dripping, although the color would really like blend in. But I kind of like that look. I really do. Go to Glen Wayne Bakery for the inspiration. Where is that, Lorraine? Where is that? Is it near my job? I'll go there tomorrow. All right. And so that's basically kind of like what I did for my chocolate one. And I'm going to put some kind of something on that one too. Hi, Jamie. Thanks for hopping on. Anybody have questions? Does anybody have questions? All right. Let's see. I really want to do a double chocolate, like a chocolate. So I made chocolate dripping. Here it is. Or whatever you want to call this stuff. Frosting, glaze. I mean, I don't know. But it's all over me. I should do one on the plane too. Oh, I know what I wanted to do. It just came to me, guys. I just remembered what I wanted to do. All right, let's dip one of these chocolates anyway. Because I had a really funky idea for one of my... You know what? Let's do that one first in case we run out of time. Because I don't want to run out of time. All right, let's put that away for a minute. All right. Now let me get my embellishments, guys. I got all these little things. Oh, I have it out already. I have it here. It's right here. My glasses are on top of it. All right. I was thinking about putting a little miniature s'mores over my donut, guys. All right. So, and again, I could do one of each, but let's say chocolate with the s'more dripping that I did on the cake. That's what I'm thinking. And of course, I have the vanilla. We got the both. So, I mean, we can make both. Let's see. I want to see how this is going to turn out. So, let's check it out. All right. See, I already have this made. So, you know what? I'm going to put this in a container to dip. If I can get it open, guys. Because I don't want to waste my Mod Podge and my corking. I can make that another color. And so if you're just joining me and you need to learn how to make that, you can go back to the beginning of the video. If anybody has any questions, please ask in the comments. I will definitely go back and answer you. Did you make the donuts with clay or Model Magic? Maritza, I used Model Magic, and I also used Model Light. I've had some. I know it's gotten really hard to find, but I've had some since last year, and I never used it, never did anything with it, and I have to say, I love it. I love the Model Light. I love that it dries, and it doesn't, it holds firm. It dries really quick, where my Model Magic donuts that I made over the weekend are still like soft, where I can totally change the shape of it. Hi, Lois. So I used Model Magic and Model Light. And now that they're painted, I don't know which one's which, but when I pick them up, I can feel the difference. All right, so let me see. This is a little on the thicker side. You know what? I like that it's a little thicker. It's not going to run. It's a little thicker where it's not running off my stick, see? But again, you can really make it any consistency you want. So, let's start with the chocolate. And I'm just going to dip it again, guys. I'm just dipping it in. You can certainly use a bigger container than I'm using. This is just kind of what I have. It's what I have on hand. So it's what I'm using. And again, I just took a toothpick to poke a hole in there so that the dripping will go down. Or the glaze, the frosting, whatever you want to call it. All right. All right, this is my first one, so I don't know how I'm doing it. In a mold, love the size. No, I did them by hand. And I showed that in the beginning of the video. Watch the replay. But I basically took a small amount of clay, rolled it in a ball. I pressed it down with the palm of my hand. And I used my tool with the ball on it to poke the hole in the middle. You could use your finger, but I'm making them, they're so small, they're only like 1 inch, that my finger would make too big of a hole. So, thanks, Jamie. Looks like a marshmallow topping. Exactly. So, all right. So, I'm thinking, guys, I'm thinking chocolate. I'm thinking graham cracker, right? But, you know, I make these little mini s'mores, guys. And I happen to have some. And I thought, how stinking cute would that look, right? Now, I'm trying to think. I really would like to put a little chocolate drizzle on there. But I can't really do that until it's dry, because otherwise I'm going to ruin it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of toothpick and I'm going to put it inside of my donut, guys. So I'm just going to poke a little hole. Let me see. I'm thinking like it's going to sit here, you know, something like that. Call me crazy. I don't know. I'm just getting creative with my donuts. I wanted to do something different. All right. So I'm going to dip that in a little crazy glue. I think I got it up too high. Okay. And then I'm going to cut that. Hopefully I don't ruin my donut. I probably should have cut my toothpick first, guys. Let's be honest. I don't know where it went. It flew off somewhere. I don't know where. Let's cover this so we could see some bad things happening for sure. Actually, let me take a little and put it on top of my top side of my stick, but let me make sure that that's not, you know what's going to happen, guys? I'm so silly. I'm going to need to let this dry a minute, I think. Well, let's poke a hole in our s'mores. I'm just trying to get a little crazy glue on my stick so I don't lose my s'mores. You blinked when it went flying through the... Did you see it? Oh, my goodness. All right. So, yeah, I'm thinking that. Now, I think I'm going to have to just poke a hole in here because if that Model Magic is still you know, moving around on me, right? So I don't want to change the shape, and I don't want my stick to go right through. So I'm just going to poke a little hole in here, and hopefully that's going to be enough. And I want to be careful not to go all the way through my s'mores. And I am feeling it come through the other side. But I'm going to fix that. Okay. And then I have some little bits of chocolate. And these I had a silicone mold for, and I just used my brown hot glue, guys. So I'm just going to put a piece of chocolate on there. I don't know if you could see. It's hard to see when you're working in the land a little. Let's see. Oh my goodness. I love it, guys. And then I also have some mini marshmallows. But I just made them before the live, so they're going to have to dry. And then I think maybe some fake nuts that will hopefully resemble the coloring of like the graham cracker. Mary, did you see it flying through the air too? Oh, I would, like I said, I would like to put a chocolate drizzle on here. But I think if I do that now over my white glaze, it's just going to, it's just going to smear, you know. Guys, oh my goodness, I only have 7 minutes left. Where does the hour go? Where does it go? I think that's cute. And guys, you know me. I'm always thinking embellishments when I'm making these little things. You think I should use some brown sand? I do have my mixture. I could put some of that on there, actually. I like that idea. And, I have mini marshmallows, guys, but they're too big for my donut. They're a little too big. So I made some smaller ones. And when that clay dries, I'll glue it on top. I think right on top of my piece of chocolate bar. All right, where's my sand? I just had it, right? Didn't I just move it? Didn't I just have it in my hand? Here it is. Oh my God, guys. Oh, I never cease to amaze me how I can lose something in front of me within a second, a split second. I'm hoping you can see that. Okay. How stinking cute is that? I did poke through on the bottom of my donut. But once I use this for my embellishment, you're not even going to see that. All right. I only have 5 minutes left, guys. That's not the right top. Thank you. Hi, Michelle. Thank you. Hey, Margie. You too, Betsy. I know. And what do I always say? It's always right in front of us, guys. I mean, I keep trying to say, all right, all my stuff I'm going to need is like right here. Thanks, Maritza. It's all right there. So, you know. So I think what I'll do, guys, is I'm going to let the, you know, the frosting, if you will, I'm going to let that dry. And before I put my little drizzle on. So I feel like this looks kind of like a cinnamon crunch, you know. And I love that. And this one too. This one needs a little drippy drip on there too. So I'm going to do that one. But sometimes we have to wait for things to dry. That's just the nature of the beast. And because if I do that, I feel like it's just going to run. They would be cute earrings. It'd be a little big, but how cute. Yeah, let's see. Maybe. Oh, that's not going to show well. That would be cute earrings. Well, I'm probably going to be putting these on something. I'm not going to say what yet because thanks, Billy. You need to watch the replay. Thanks, Margie. Cake donuts are your favorite. So, guys, that's what I have for you tonight. I hope you enjoyed. I wanted to step outside the box with this last donut that I did and make it like a whimsical, right? More whimsical. Because, I don't know, do we see little tiny s'mores on top of our donuts? Probably not, but I think they look pretty yummy. So these are still drying. They are going to get painted for sure. And then we have our chocolate donuts. And this is the Model Light, guys. I'm telling you, if you can get your hands on Model Light, you've got to get it. Am I saying it right? Yeah, the Model Light. I know that it's been really hard to find. But if you see it, grab it. Hi, Ann. Thank you. Thanks, Barb. Hi, Kim. Thank you. Thanks, Doris. You see cereal and bacon, so why not, right? Cereal and bacon? I haven't seen that. I have not seen that. But I do like bacon. So I really had fun with these tonight, guys. Again, these were a process. You saw I was making some posts, and I had to get my clay ready days ago. And when I tell you, like, the model Magic, these are Model Light. I can't press them. They're nice and firm. The Model Magic, look at how you see what I'm saying? And these were all made the same day. So, it just takes so much longer to dry with the Model Magic. So much longer. You know? I still love the clay, but it just takes a lot longer to cure, you know? So, guys, I hope you enjoyed my donuts tonight. Up next after me is Betsy with Heavens to Betsy Cakery. And then last, finishing it off, will be Mary with Hog Wild Designs. And guys, again, next week, we're taking a break. And then we'll be back again the following Thursday. I will try to come live in between. I've been having a rough time with going live lately, guys. So bear with me. And I appreciate you guys all hanging in there and sticking around with me. So I love you all. And I'll see you next week. And please, invite your friends or show the love. If you guys aren't following me, please like and follow my page along with the other ladies as well. Thank you, Heather. They look delicious, right? Thanks, girlfriend. Good night, Doris. So thank you, everyone. Go see Heavens to Betsy. See you soon.